So we actually had a due on sale clause called on us on a subject to deal. This isn't something I heard about or read online, but something we actually dealt with in real life. And really what matters isn't that it happened, but what we did next to resolve it. This deal happened about 2 years ago, and the loan was serviced by PennyMac, which, as you may know, is one of the largest mortgage servicers in the country. So this wasn't some kind of small lender that we were working with, and this wasn't like a missed payment situation. Originally, we helped a homeowner and the agent by finding an investor who was actually willing to take over the payment subject to, because it just wasn't a deal for us at the time that made sense to keep ourselves. So technically, we weren't even the end buyer, we're not even involved in the deal, but ethically, when the due on sale issue came up, it just didn't feel right for us to say, oh, sorry, not our problem, because this was a homeowner that we helped, an agent that actually trusted us to work with them, and an investor who we felt like needed guidance. So we stepped in to help navigate it the right way. Every mortgage obviously has a due on sale clause, and it says that if title transfers, the lender can call the loan due. Not will, but can. So they don't have the responsibility, but it's their option. And most of the time the lenders do not enforce it, but pretending it doesn't exist or acting like it would never happen is where I feel like people get into trouble. When the due on sale clauses actually get triggered, it's usually not something random. It's typically payments being missed, insurance not being handled correctly, or sometimes you're dealing with a smaller lender or servicer that just keeps everything in-house and watches files more closely. In our situation, the payments were current, which is why we believe the trigger was the insurance. Because the investor who took over the deal, they didn't take the insurance guidance that we gave them, and in our opinion, this increased visibility with the servicer. When a due on sale clause actually gets triggered, most people don't argue, they end up freezing. They start calling other investors, posting in groups, and searching for advice, and what they usually end up getting is mixed opinions, oftentimes from people who've never actually dealt with this in real life. So you're not just dealing with a lender, but with confusion. And confusion is where bad decisions ultimately get made. When this happened to us, the question isn't how do we fight this? It was what actually protects the homeowner first and still gives us a clean path forward. So we followed a simple plan. Remove the lender's concern, protect the homeowners completely, and restructure the deal correctly. We deeded the property back to the original borrower, which immediately resolved the due on sale issue. The loan stayed intact, the lender was satisfied, and the homeowner was safe. From there, we didn't just walk away, right? We restructured the deal using a contract for deed, meaning title and public record was never actually changed. The loan just stayed in the borrower's name, and we still controlled the property, the cash flow, and the upside with the same economics, but just less exposure and no harm to the homeowner. The lesson isn't don't do subject to deals. The lesson is that creative finance isn't about shortcuts. It's about having options because risk exists in every single deal. And the difference is knowing how to respond when it does show up. And if you're an investor, this is why experience matters. If you're an agent, this is why structure matters. And if you're a homeowner, this is why who you work with matters the most. Because deals don't fall apart because of clauses. They fall apart because of panic and bad advice. We didn't lose the deal. We didn't lose the money. And most importantly, we didn't lose the relationship with the homeowner or the agent. And that's what real creative finance looks like. So if you want real conversations about subject to deals, contract for deed, wraps, owner financing, the whole thing, and how these deals actually play out in the real world, I run a school community. It's free. We break down this stuff honestly and do deals together. The link is below. And if this brought some kind of clarity, please hit subscribe, leave a like, and comment saying, hey, because I read everyone. Thanks.